Within minutes, we had roads blocked off, emergency personnel guiding and making sure people were going in the right directions or not, being in harm's way.
On the road to recovery, this aerial video is showing the damage and destruction left in the wake of the tornado that ripped through Cape Coral on Saturday. The National Weather Service is officially calling this an EF2 tornado, causing $6 million in damage. Fox 4 Rising has team coverage of the storm and the damage this morning with Rising's Kelli Dame, who is live at Beach Parkway right now. So, Kelli, as folks are waking up, good morning to you. What are you seeing? How are things shaping up there this morning?
Good morning. Yeah, Miriam, good morning. One thing's for sure, this family here is not waking up in their home. We've seen a lot of activity on the street, people going back and forth, LCEC restoring homes to the 800, restoring power, I should say, to the 800 homes that still need to be restored this morning. This home may take a while for that power to be restored. I want to show you a little bit of the damage here, not just the homes, but the cars as well. In the meantime, if you do need help, if you have any questions, there are numbers out there. Also, another hotline starting today for the permit process. But look at this car. You can see the force here from some type of impact, whether it be winds, whether it be another object. We've got a trash can underneath here. This car not drivable. The windows bashed out, and this is just one of the stories that we are seeing. Now, I do want to give you some information. If you do live, since there is so much damage here, if you live in the area, you are the only ones able to get through at this time. Police have been patrolling. They ask that you do not come to this area if you don't live here. 200 homes are damaged, so you can see there's a lot of work to be done here. Also, if you're using generators, make sure you use those outside for safety. Stay away from power lines. You know, the general basic safety precautions here. And here are those numbers for you. If you have any questions, here's one for 574-0425. And then that new line I was talking about that will open starting this morning at 9 for the permits for community development. That's 574-0551. Now, we are hearing a lot of stories of survivors, a lot of stories of recovery. And I do want to send it over now to Fox 4 Rising's Malcolm Johnson with another one of those stories for you this morning.
This trail of debris leads us into this home that suffered some of the worst storm damage in Cape Coral Saturday night. The family that lives inside distinctly remembers what happened as the storm hit before eating dinner.
Out of nowhere, the windows blew out and felt dirt and glass in our face and body and yelled for each other and hid behind the refrigerator.
It's one of many stories in this neighborhood where collapsed roofs, snapped trees, and dismantled cars serve as evidence of the wreckage. To get an idea as to how bad this storm is, this aluminum came from this roof, and this truck was parked in this driveway. As Jarek Lavoie shakes hands with the Red Cross today, he knows if his family were anywhere else in the house last night, things could have been much worse.
Very fortunate that the only room in the house is where we were.
Every other room looks like a wrecking ball crashed through it. Now they're packing everything that's left into this truck to stay with Lavoie's brother.
It's a tragic accident that I don't think you can ever prepare for.
Fortunately, everything they lost can be replaced.
Brings everything to light that, materials that's $1. You can get $1 back, but this little boy is worth more than $1.
A valuable lesson. This family is coming together and celebrating despite their loss.
Today, tomorrow, our family's a lot closer than it ever was.
Malcolm Johnson, Fox 4, in your corner.
And back out here live this morning, you can see exactly why it is taking so long to restore power. This is part of a power pole that's now in someone's yard, and damage like this is just scattered all around Beach Parkway here. Coming up a little later in the show as well, Fox 4 anchor Patrick Nolan is going to be showcasing another part of Cape Coral that was also hit. I do want to mention as well that KPD says they will be updating the media this morning at 8:30 on the rebuilding process. We, of course, are going to be covering that for you, and we'll have much more in our later shows. You can always go to our website and Facebook page for more information as well. I do want to send it back over to my colleagues in the studio. And Miriam, Jamie, I came from Kansas. I've covered a lot of tornadoes in my time, and I have to move to Florida for one to hit so close to home. So, of course, we're here thinking about all those people who are involved in that rebuilding process today.
Yes, Kelly, I know, and it seems to be a lot, and a lot of folks just listening to those families there, too, going to be dealing with this for quite some time, but glad there were no fatalities in this. But we want to send it over to Jamie as we look at the forecast for today. In addition to, Jamie, how does the National Weather Service assess this kind of damage? We've been watching damage very closely, and how do they determine these types of tornadoes?
Yes, and